Welcome back everyone to Finnegan's Farm, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today, as you can see, there's a lot going on behind us. We're not that busy on the farm, but there's still a lot to be done. Darren Hubble's here just loading the bales onto a trailer. These are pre-sold to a local farmer. Now the reason they're in the field is because we know storage in the pit. Not ideal, obviously you're going to mark the ground a bit, but we said we'd pick a frosty morning, as you can see. Oh, also don't forget to like and subscribe this video if you like our content. It means a lot to us. And yes, we picked a frosty morning so that we're not marking the ground as much as you would on a normal day, and we're going to get these gone to the local farmer. So he actually dropped down his trailer yesterday, so we're going to load his trailer for him, and then he just picks it up rather than him coming all the way out. So he just comes, picks up his trailer, and he's gone with it. The machinery that's out today, if you watched our previous machinery tour video with the case tractors, the MLT 737 teleporter is there, and then we have Alan Clark in the 175R. Not the new one though, well, can't say it's old either, it was only bought in April, but it's the older one of the two. You can see the ground is kind of marked, but it would be a lot worse now if she was raining. No pressure now, Hubble. Go on, go on. You have it, you have it. Lovely, lovely. Oh. Good job, lad. Good job. Good job. Lovely. Go on. Lovely, lovely. So that's the bales brought to the yard. So for anyone saying, oh, why isn't there straps on it? The road literally goes, you literally cross the road and then you're in the yard. So there's no need for straps. Your man can strap up themselves. 2 coals in the fingers there to be doing that this morning. That's one of the things happening on the farm this morning. So we'll head across to the next one now. Here now in the polytunnel where we have our seed potatoes. Just going to get Paul to talk through why they're here, what's the reasoning behind it, and why they're in the polytunnel. So Paul, take it away.
So in the tunnel here at the minute we have, you can see all these crates stacked up, gap between all the trays. The idea of that is that the potatoes are now in the trays. In these trays, roughly about 10 kilos in each tray, and there's about 3,000 trays we think here at the minute. So that's maybe equating to 30 tonne, which is about 30, you'll plant about 30 acres with 30 tonne with seed potatoes. The idea they're in the crates is that in this tunnel here, the tunnel is about 30 metres by 10 metres, and we have air, we have fans, and we have warm air, and we have plenty of light. And what we're doing is recreating. Every potato will have a dormancy, in which that means that it wants to break dormancy. The natural progression of a potato is the same as if you had it at home in your own, we'll say, potato bag in the kitchen. Once it comes the month of June or July, you'll see the sprouts starting to come on it, and that's because it wants to create another potato. That's really what it wants to do, and that's what they call breaking its dormancy when the sprouts come out. So we are actually doing this. We're exaggerating a little bit more by creating more or less photosynthesis here when we have heat and we have light 24 hours. So the potatoes think they're actually growing all the time. They think they're in the ground and they think they're working away. So as you can see here, their eyes are starting to open and the sprouts are starting to come on the seed potato. So this seed potato will be ready to be planted then probably in the month around St. Patrick's Day. We generally gauge it in around that time. We put it into the ground, and I'd say about 120 days later it shouldn't be too far away from be ready to harvest. So that's the idea. It gives us an earlier harvest, so we have a skin set because we need potatoes for our supermarket. We need them all year round, so we need to go from old crop into new crop, and we need to have that progression very, very simple to go from one crop to the other. So that's the reason. We'll have a nice skin on these. They'll be early dug and they'll be ready for supermarket. So that's the idea of having in the crates here. You'll see in between we have little gaps in between them, and that's to allow light coming in from all angles. The trays themselves have all slots in them here. The idea of that again is to let as much sunlight in as possible. We don't overfill the trays. It's about 10 kilos in some of them trays. We have big sizes and small sizes. These are small roosts there. So that's it. It's simple enough process. It takes a bit of work to do it because obviously these will have to be handballed out and they'll have to be brought back out and brought back in again. But it's definitely worth it because it just gives us a little bit more flexibility in our growing season. It gets us in early and out early, and that's the main objective. So we're just here now in the new cabin. You would have seen the guys putting it in there with the crane, they lifted it around. We actually brought it back in ourselves with the forklift, put it into place here, just waiting on the plumber to come then to connect toilets and sinks and water and stuff like that. But a nice cabin, it's 40 foot by 12, loads of space in it here. It comes with these shelves, probably take them out for, put some desks and chairs and that, and it's really for, you know, with current times we're in there, we're covering that because we have extra staff on the farm and we need to give them a little bit more of a warmer environment there, because it's nice. It comes with, it has the double glazed windows and that, emergency door at the end, lights in it. Nice kit out there. It's not brand new, but it's in very, very good condition. So that's the cabin. So our refrigerated unit just arrived as well. Lads installed it there a number of weeks ago. As you can see, 75 kilowatt. Bloody big unit this. It's a big unit, so sits in here. We still have the power up. Tractors are just in there. It's just been very cold there with insulated door, just keeps them a little bit warmer there. Door in place, and yeah, we're delighted with the fridge. It's going to be a great job. Just that's the up there, the 4 fans or the 4 big cowlings you can see there just blow the cold air in. The vents are up on the walls there each side of the outside, so there's louvers in those, and these I can open and close to take the air in, cool it, and then take it back out. So that's the idea of the fridge unit here. So big thanks to Mike Sharp there from Wellvent who supplied the fridge unit, and to Brian, and there was another chap I can't think of his name. The 2 lads came down, 2 very nice fellas came down, walked away themselves, put the fridge unit in. You wouldn't know they were here. Job done, and off they went. So yeah, we're delighted with the fridge unit.
So we're just here now in the fast track. It's 2 o'clock. We're going to pick up the Brussels sprouts in the field. So the lads have been harvesting all morning. We go pick them up then at 2 o'clock to come back. The sprouts are graded, ready for packaging then tomorrow morning, depending on the orders. So I'm just going to tip out the gate here now. The fast track's an ideal tractor for this kind of job. It just stays on the road, doesn't go into the field. The harvester comes to the gate, unloads, muck isn't brought onto the road, causes slippages, you know yourself. So there's 65k. You have a few different speeds here you can set up. Cruise control, you can put it into power shift mode, manual, drive. Can you just put it into drive, put the boot down, should go as fast as you tell it to. Put it in power shift mode or manual then when you're in the field and you want to go a certain speed with certain revs. So there's 8 boxes on the back of this trailer. They'll be loaded with sprouts. It'll probably only be about 6 boxes I reckon the lads will have, depending on how many lads are actually over here, but generally have about 6. So yeah, they've been harvesting all morning. You probably see there the front windscreen there, we got new stickers. Thanks to JK Signs, he sent us down 3 more. So we put them on the fast track, 1 of the farm Jeeps, and maybe 1 spare for another tractor when we need it. Might put a new 175, don't know yet. You can also see there the big benefit about the fast track window. It's a big curved window, you've plenty of vision out of it. You can see all around you. You have great vision of the road, which is most important as a driver, especially in this tractor, just doing an awful lot of road work. So watch out for all the other cars on the road, so just the ones coming. Normally John B would go over and collect the sprouts, and I normally just bring the van and collect the lads at the field, but he was feeling camera shy, so he said he'd let me drive over in the tractor this time and he'll bring the van. But we'll catch up with him now shortly at the field and see what he has to say for himself. See, the field is just here on the right. All these sprouts have been harvested, so I'm just going to reverse in the gate. So the field is here to the right. I just have to reverse in the lane. Now the sun is in my eyes. I'm not making excuses. It normally takes John B about 5 or 6 goals to get this in. The only person I see it do it in one is Eamon Finnegan. I'll give him that, to be fair. So I'll have a little go here, see what I can do. Just too easy, is it? I think I just got that one, lads. Don't mess up now coming back. Ah, look, it's just no biggie. It is no biggie. We just go back far enough that we're not on the muck, but we're on the stone, and that the lads can still unload. So we're waiting now for the waves to come up. So we've the Brussels sprouts there now. On the way home, the lads will start grading these. Just one more thing I want to show you in the yard relating to the new shed, so stay tuned for that.
So finally our doors have arrived. It's been a long bit of a wait, but however they are here. As you can see, the guys are putting them up there. The Tormund doors are a lovely, lovely door. It's an insulated, very quiet there, very quiet movement there on the motor there, lifting them up and down. So they have this one up. Plan is to do the other one next week, which will mean then that the store is fully insulated. Next door then we'll go in next door, we'll see where our fridges are in place as well. We have the door up in that store, so it's more or less ready to go as well.
In the coming weeks now we'll be calving, we'll be getting, the sprouts will be finished.
Yeah, all the machinery you have to get ready for the potatoes, so all the stoners, they'll be going away. We bring back the ridges and bed headers and row wares and all that gear will be got ready. Tractors still have to be maintained, service still goes on, so
yeah,
never ending.
Never ending. So stay tuned to next week, there'll be something different happening, and yeah, so from everyone here, thanks again for watching.